T stands for teaching, E stands for educating, and A stands for bringing awareness. And that's exactly what we are doing. Somebody put me in B-flat because I feel like I'm about to go there. Oh, I feel my hip coming up.
Da 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 da, whoop-cha. Da 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 da, whoop-cha.
Hey, Asante, did you get the new stimulus?
All right, y'all. So I'm gonna play one more Alpha Kappa Alpha song. If I have any AKAs, I see I have a couple AKAs: Miss Neat, James, Stashi Anderson Ward, and Brianna June. If you guys would like to come on, please check your inbox. I can go ahead and send that to you. I want to play Serious Matter one more time because this is a very serious matter. This is a very serious matter. Yes, yes. So let me let it be known again. It's a very serious matter because I'm gonna give y'all some history.
This is a serious matter. This is a serious matter. Alpha Kappa Alpha. Alpha Kappa Alpha. Sweet AKA. Sweet AKA. The first black sorority. The first black sorority. We paved the way. We paved the way. This is a serious matter. Yes. This is a serious matter. Yes. To Delta Sigma Theta. To Delta Sigma Theta. ODST. ODST. We would like to thank you. We would like to thank you for serving the community. For serving the community. This is a serious matter. Yes. This is a serious matter. Yes. To Zeta Phi Beta. To Zeta Phi Beta. OZ Phi B. OZ Phi B. We would like to thank you. We would like to thank you for your positivity. For your positivity. This is a serious matter. Yes. This is a serious matter. Yes.
Okay, so y'all get the point. This is a serious matter. Y'all get the point. Y'all get the point. So, good afternoon, good morning, wherever y'all are, Majorette, teacups. Hey, how y'all doing? Wonderful, wonderful. This actual story was sent to me, and it's not Majorette, but it is Black HBCU oriented. So I feel it definitely is my duty to be able to speak up on this because me having AKAs in my family. Also, I have several colleagues and friends of mine that are also a part of the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. If you guys are coming on to this live video, please make sure you share the live video, tag the live video, invite to the live video. If you have any D9 Greek letter organizations that's in your family, please tag them if they're on Facebook. That's Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority, that's Delta Sigma Theta Sorority, that's Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, that's Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. If you have any fraternities, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated. Let me make sure I miss nobody. Q's, Kappas, Sigmas, Iotas. Did I miss anybody? I don't think I missed anybody. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. So y'all get to tagging them if y'all have any B9 Greek letter organizations that is in your family. Please get to tagging them because this is a very serious matter. Now, let me give y'all guys, in case people do not know, in case you guys are not familiar with D9 or familiar with the Black. When I say Black, that's what I mean, Black Greek letter organizations. Let me give you guys a little history, a little quick history about Black Greek letter organizations. It stems all the way back to our ancestors, to these slaves, okay, y'all? This goes way back before any of us was even thought of, any of our parents was thought of. So I'm gonna give y'all a little history of Alpha Kappa Alpha right quick, and then we're gonna go ahead and get into this tea because baby, this tea is hot. And I'm gonna talk about the girl that I posted. I'm gonna post her picture again on Facebook. Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated was the first Black Greek letter organization established and incorporated by African, listen to my key words, African American college women. The sorority was founded on January 15, 1908, on the campus of Howard University in Washington, D.C. Ethel Hedgeman Lyle, along with 15 other students, broke barriers by forming a sisterhood. Again, these are 15 black students. Black students. 15 black students, other students, broke barriers by forming a sisterhood during a time where little power or authority existed for blacks or for women. The purpose of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated was to cultivate and encourage high scholastic and ethical standards, to promote unity and friendship among black college women, to study and help alleviate problems concerning black girls and women, to maintain a progressive interest in college life, and to be service to all of mankind. Through the years, the vision of Alpha Kappa Alpha has expanded internationally. On April 24, 2005, this dynamic sisterhood was chartered on the campus of Clayton State University. More than 100 years later, Sigma's chapter, and this is the chapter at Clayton, of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated has grown and strives to recognize the importance of the individual and the strength of the organization. Now, I've given you guys some, a little history lesson in case you guys don't know about the sororities. I've given you guys a history lesson so y'all know I know what I'm talking about. I do my research. But this is my issue. And I brought Brianna on here because Brianna is a proud member of the beautiful ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And she happens to be my good sis, my good boo. So I wanted to really bring her on here because I wanted her take. And if there's any other alphas out there, if there's any deltas, any zetas, or any zeta, delta, alpha, who am I missing?
Sigmas. Sigma, gamma, rho.
Any sigmas out there that you guys would like to come on the podcast and chime in? I really want you guys' feedback. But what I posted, it bothered me because even though I am not obviously a part of a D9, I feel like there is just certain things, some things that really need to be more strategically looked at in a sense, and it needs to be in a sense judged. Because if I think correctly, I know we want to say, okay, we're talking about equalization, but I think that there are some things that just need to be left for our black sisters and our black men. This is Lillian. I was sent Lillian today. Lillian actually, I did not invite her on. I made the post public, but she just crossed over to a Black Greek letter organization. Now, there's a lot of things that I could say, and again, I'm not judging the person, but why is it we always trying to add other seasoning to our already seasoned pots? Lillian, as we know of, y'all, white folks don't have the seasoning, they don't have the sauce, they don't have the zest. I'm not trying to be judgmental, but when I look at her, it's like, okay, so now Alpha Kappa Alpha is no longer a Black Greek letter organization, in my opinion.
Well, couple things on that. She's not the first and won't be the last, aka that we have that is non-black. We've got quite a few of those all over the United States and some internationally as well. I think that my biggest thing is in general, and now, like I said, my mind has changed now that I work at a PWI, so I'm a little different. Now, just being exposed to it, I'm fine with it as long as you are an ally to the community. That's a big thing. And like all the way through, I have no problem with you wanting to be a member of my sorority. No, I had no problem with you wanting to join my sorority or any other D9 for that matter. Because when I went to Miles College, we had a white Kappa. We had a white Q. I mean, that's just what happens because that's the school they chose to go to. And those were the sororities and fraternities that stood out to them. So I'm not against having anybody from another race or join our sorority, but I do feel like you must be an ally. And sometimes you have to prove that in different ways. I'm not saying she got to get out here and beg for forgiveness for what her ancestors did. She don't have to do that. But proving like through your sisterhood, through your service, through your accolades, through your representation, that you are an ally to the African American community and understand that. And then also knowing that sometimes it may be uncomfortable. So it may be uncomfortable for either party. And that's when you just kind of have to be respectful. Because like I said, I do work at a PWI, a school where we are under 4% Black. under 4% of the whole university, 38,000 students, and under 4% are Black. Now, if they told us that we couldn't do this or we couldn't do that here, we would feel away. So it is very much a serious matter, but again, I'm okay as long as you have proven that you are an ally to the Black community. And by ally, I mean supporting our causes. I mean supporting our people, doing what you can to bring awareness to some of the issues that matter to us. Because they may not necessarily matter to you, but that's what you've signed up for. So when you sign up to be a part of the sorority, then we have those expectations that you are going to ally us in all of our beliefs and all of our stances as well.
So I think also too, and I was reading some of the comments from other people. Trent, I can send you the because this is an open forum. So even if you're not a part of the D9 as I am, but I'm a big supporter of the D9, that's why I always have shows where I feature Divine Nine, even with my upcoming HBCU show, because it is a historically Black university type of competition. One of the categories that I do, and this is just a way of us, of the girls honoring, it's also a way of girls to, if they're not exposed to the D9 Greek letter organizations, that they can, it's an eye opener for them to be able to see, okay, this is what it's going to be like, kind of, sort of, when I tell them they have to do an HBCU, they have to do a sorority style stroll. So I let them know, you guys can do the colors. You can't have the letters, and you can't throw up the signs, and you can't do the chants. But you can, of course, wear the colors to signify what organization that you are honoring for the competition. So we've had it before where Brianna has been on the judges panel, and we had coaches that are AKAs. That's something that they're proud of. I think the team that actually won that year was Pink Prince and Pearls. They are a majorette team out of Columbus, Georgia. Their the coach and director happens to be an AKA. So of course, when they came out, all we seen was pink and green, and it was really cute. And it was a way for the girls to be able to get that type of exposure of what it could potentially be like if they chose to try to pledge that once they, graduate high school and they want to go to a college of their choice. I do know that there are Greek letter organizations, Black Greek letter organizations that are on PWIs. If you guys don't know what a PWI is, it's a predominantly white institute. That's what a PWI is. That's what the acronym stands for. But I do know that there are Black Greek letter organizations that are formed on PWIs. I don't know if it's too many white students that pledge it, but we do know that it exists on those campuses. But we have to make sure that, just like Brianna said, if you're going to rep us all the way. When it comes down to standing for what's right, when we talk about Black Lives Matter, and we talk about making sure people are on the forefront, sometimes people want to wear the colors, but they don't want to, in a sense, go through what others had to go through. And I think that's kind of my take on it. You did it because it was easy for you. And if you guys don't know, in order to belong to any Greek letter organization, you have to have and uphold a certain GPA. And so that's one of their main things that they are striving is education. And if you don't have that GPA, you cannot pledge that organization. It's just, that's one of the requirements. Correct. So with that being said, it takes more than you having the GPA. It takes other things for you to be a part of the organization. So I feel like when we're looking at, Lillian, there's other organizations that's out there that's not black, historically Black. My question is why she couldn't pledge that. Why did it have to be AKA?
Let's be real. I mean, I'm gonna be a little petty right here, but like, why wouldn't you want to pledge AKA? I know if I saw them, hello, I pledged AKA for a reason. I saw those girls and I said, oh, let me do my research. Who are they? I'm not gonna lie. When I first went to college, the first group I saw was the Deltas. I first saw them, and I said, okay, they pretty cool. They pretty cool. I'm like, all right. Then the SU Rose, they were just doing like a random like stroll off in front of the calf. Then I saw the SU Rose come out there. I said, okay, they cool. They got the little canes. Oh, that's real cute. I said, what are these? Like, I feel like I've never even seen nothing like this before. Then I saw the AKAs. Everybody else, I said, you know what? Everybody else was real cute. No, I need to do that. So I can imagine seeing that and wanting to be a part of it. But like you said, it just comes with some stipulations. Like I said before, it comes with some obligations, it comes with some responsibilities. And more than anything, you just got to pay your respects and pay homage. Like I feel the same way about Majorette. You know, people feel weird about us doing Majorette at a PWI. I think it's fine as long as you are paying homage to where it actually came from. So her as a non-black student, I feel like if she wants to be an AKA, go for it. But again, know that you have obligations to remain an ally and support those causes.
Do you feel like if she was to, let's say, for instance, because we have had situations where people decided to denounce their affiliation with the Black Greek letter organizations,
Mhm.
and some of them cut up their paraphernalia, some of them burn their paraphernalia, but we also have seen instances where they've given their paraphernalia. Somehow the paraphernalia was able to get into like the thrift stores, like the Ark, or like whatever the thrift
Mhm.
store is, and you start seeing people. I've seen people wear the Omega Psi Phi fraternity hoodies and sweaters. I've seen ladies wearing Delta Sigma Theta shirts, and I've also seen men wearing Alpha Kappa Alpha shirts, or even women wearing Alpha Kappa Alpha short shirts, and they're not black.
Yeah. Again, ignorance is a thing. When you don't know, you can't do better unless you know better. Now, what I don't understand is when people inform you and then you choose. Now at this point, this is a choice. We have informed you of what those letters mean and what they mean to us and how that symbolizes what we fought for. And now you are choosing to move to another space and say, well, I don't care about that. I still want to wear it. Now I can't, listen, I can't save everybody. There's nothing I can do for you at that point. There's nothing I can do for you. So if somebody decides to take them letters right up off you, that's their business. Okay. That's their business and they have the right to do that, I feel. But again, if you're uninformed, you just see a shirt, you're like, oh, this is cute, I just want to wear that. That's cool. But again, once you know better, so you need to do better. Period. Don't wear nothing after we have told you. Now, again, not knowing, ignorance is a real thing out here in our communities. People don't know. I didn't realize how small, I'm not going to say small because we're very powerful people, but Black America is its very own little space.
Mhm.
And a lot of times you don't realize that a lot of things that we do, we just know about it, and everybody else only gets a sprinkle of it. So they don't really know what it is for real. I
Right.
may have heard of it, they have no clue. So, and the rest of the world, like I said, that's a whole nother 90% of the world that knows has no clue of what we have going on here. So again, once you're informed, now you're on your own. Can't save you. But if you didn't know, I will gladly educate you and tell you where my founders created those letters and how they came up um with our different rules and legacies. And you can now it's up to you. You have a choice to respect it. And I have a choice on whether I'm gonna respect you wearing my letters or not.
Do you feel as though that even though it's been, do you feel like do you feel like it would potentially be a type of controversy with other Greek letter organizations on other campuses that may not have a white soror? I mean, I just want to kind of see if there's any balance.
I think everything when you venture into the unknown, it's one of those hit or miss things. Like I know you've seen a video. Have you seen the video of the white Q where he's just hopping in the restaurant or something like that? Look at you.
I had to,
Listen,
I had to shut up. I couldn't look at no more. I was like, oh no.
homeboy said I'm vanilla baby. Don't play with him. Okay.
I mean,
He was
I did
ready.
see that one. I did see that one, but I seen the vanilla Kappa. I did
Mm-hmm.
see that one, Sean. I was like, okay, little white boy got flavor. But
See?
it still is to the point where it's just like, it's still like, even though he got flavor, it's like with Majorette, and I know me and Diana have had conversations about this. It's like, in a way, it's like they're siding in. We're in fear of possibly them trying to take something that was built for us.
Now that's where you have to be clear. You have to be so clear about your traditions and your values. I People they need to learn as an educator working in higher education. I teach first year students. So first year college students, you have to educate them. They won't know if they don't see. So I think you got to be real clear in your foundations. Like with us, they have a whole, I did a whole majorette expo here at the university, San Diego State University, and I educated all of these teams from the USC come, no, UCLA was there, but they also have an HBCU coach. Fresno was there. These are all PWIs, by the way, just in case people, our listeners didn't know. So we have all the high schools here, Lincoln High School, Morris High School, they all got majorette teams. But what we did was sat down and gave them all a history lesson. I said, this is real cute what everybody's doing here, and I think this is amazing. I love this for us. But who was the first HBCU dance line? Nobody could tell me. So then I had to give them the history of the Golden Girls and the J Six. So
Mhm.
now I had to break it down. So it's all about paying homage. Like you have to be clear. Like you can be invited in here, but the way we gonna spit this history, you gonna know about Ethel Hedgeman Lau. You absolutely will know about her. You would know that we were founded on January 15th on a Wednesday in Minor Hall. Okay, you will know those things
Mhm.
because you're gonna have to pay that respect and that homage. Don't think you're gonna walk around and wear these letters and not. So I'm again, you got to be able, it's fine, but know your history, know your stuff. Just like, no shade to anybody, but don't feel like you can start a majorette team and you ain't got no hello. You gotta do some research, you gotta do a little history, you gotta go back and ask for a little help.
Mhm.
I'm all for it. And that's why I said I'm here for it. I think it's amazing. But know your history, know where it's coming from, and be
Well,
an ally.
I'm not a Greek letter organization. I still have my feelings about it. And of course, the AKAs is out there that are active AKA members, honorary
Hmm.
AKA members.
Hmm.
Let me now this might budge a little bit because now I'm about to turn the switch a little bit. We about to turn the switch a little bit. We about to turn it a little bit. So it might ruffle some feathers. So okay, so y'all open to open to other races. We're not gonna say white. We're gonna say other races. You guys are open to other races coming in and and wearing the colors proudly, as long as they are able to support it wearing the colors proudly. Someone inboxed me, they said, you know what, Jasmine, hold on, let me make sure I get the message. Hold on, because that's the wrong one. Hold on, because I'm responding to other messages. Where's her message at? Okay, so I got a message and said they can't comment on the live, but they don't see a problem with it. If she crossed, then they determined that she was worthy. Also, with
Amen.
all due respect, how is this different from being a straight woman being an ally to the LGBTQIA plus community? I want to add on to that. How would that work if because I've been told that there are LGBTQIA plus underground black gay male and they call themselves it's out here in Atlanta. Are you familiar with that? And if
Mhm.
you're not familiar with it, how would you feel if, let's say for myself, I'm trans, I'm a woman, and if I wanted to say I wanted to pledge grad chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, if we're opening up for races, then now we're talking about equality for all. I'm just
Mhm.
saying, hypothetically. How would
Okay.
that be? Because I don't feel as though that would be as accepted, in my opinion, as just
Mhm.
letting a white or another race individual come in. I'm just like, if it's gonna be black Greek letter organization as we've known for these years, but now we're opening it to other races,
Mhm.
then everybody should also be open to other things.
Okay. I hear that. I put this twist on it just to say too. But remember, HBCUs originally we didn't even before it wasn't any white people that were going to HBCUs, but now we're letting them in, which is also fine. So we have white people, we have Mexicans, Asians, everybody that attends the HBCU. I always just feel like you got to meet whatever the standards of the organization is or the institution. So if you are if the requirements to get into the HBCU is you having a 2.5 GPA, then you need to have the 2.5 GPA. If you have a 2.4, then you're not able to get in. And I know according to our laws, it is a female sorority. Now, again, when the laws and everything start changing up and everything gets legalized, I feel like if they can legally be recognized as a woman, then that's on them. But I know for our laws and our bylaws, you have to be a female student. So that's the same for men. So a lot of men when or trans men or trans women, they end up pledging the sorority or fraternity that fits their original sex or their original origin, and then they just kind of stroll with the others. Like, you know, Zetas and Sigmas, they're constitutionally bound brothers and sisters. So maybe a guy necessarily wanted to be, or a trans woman decides they want to be a Zeta, but they can't get into Zeta, so they pledge Sigma because they know their brother and sister with the Zetas. And the same, I've seen a lot of men pledge Alpha because they're very familiar and more comfortable with the women of Alpha Kappa Alpha, because we tend to call ourselves first band. We're not constitutionally bound or anything, but they do it that way. So I mean, that's just with the times. Who knows? I'm not really. I don't have a say on that because I don't make the bylaws. But you never know what the world is gonna do. But I know as of now, that's what the rules are.
Good stuff. I mean, I personally, I don't think that I would be AKA. If I was the pledge, I would definitely be a Delta.
Did my phone just say that?
I'm just saying, I love AKAs, but honey, the way I step is too strong. It's like it's that, but that's me. That's how I was kind of raised and stepping. I step hard. So if I said I was to pledge, it would definitely be Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. But shout out to all the AKAs.
Everybody can't be the first and finest.
No.
This is one of those things. I mean, woo, child.
I mean, but the thing about it is, it's like it's all up. But I would say I would say it definitely would be like, I mean, because I could see myself being a K and I could see myself being a Delta. Like it would just kind of be like what my heartstring will pull on, you know. Mm-hmm. But I mean, the thing about
that's for everybody, and this is not to be biased on any young adults who are watching and they want to pledge. One thing I will say: don't ask me for no money if it's not AKA. So don't send me no little invite talking about, oh, Coach Bree, can you help me? I don't. I don't do that. I don't pay for other colors. I will for sure come to your probate. I will be there, but don't ask me for no money. But no, seriously, do your research on whatever organization you feel fits you best. Because remember, it's a lifelong commitment when you do sign up for these things. That's why people are so invested in this. It's a lifelong sisterhood. It's a lifelong journey. Once you go through it, it's just such an amazing experience, I feel like, for a lot of people. So if you do get the opportunity to join a D9, I completely recommend.
Yeah, definitely so, definitely so. Well, Brianna, I appreciate you come on and telling your side. I wanted to do, I wasn't gonna be before y'all long. Literally, we done finished this live in like 30 minutes, 35 minutes. But you know, I just wanted to come on because, like I said, I do know that there are other people. I mean, of course, the AKAs, I feel like they have a duty to be able to support any female that is felt worthy of crossing over the sands and being able to wear those colors. So, you know, of course, they're going to stand behind it. Again, I still have my reservations. I'm not a part of a D9, but I still have my reservations because, like I said, in my opinion, I feel like that the sororities and fraternities were built on the backs of our slave ancestors that built something for us to be able to get through the hard times, for us to be able to, you know, have a organization to where it was strategically set for them. Mm-hmm. So when you start seeing other races, I just feel like it kind of gets scary. And it's not about a race thing. Like, mm-hmm. I'm not racist. I have
just fear of them taking it away from
it's just like Majorette. It's like when they see something that they feel like it's a fad, or they feel like it's a it's a fad, or it's a trend. Mm-hmm. AKA Delta Sigma Theta, any D9 Greek letter organization is always going to be a trend because they always are coming up with innovative ways to make themselves known and keep up with the times. Greek letter organizations are always, that's one thing I can say about them. They always are up on the times. They're always up on the latest, any and everything that's going on, mm-hmm. whether it be political or whether it be on the campuses or whether it just be for them representing their organization. They're always a step ahead. So I feel as though, with that being said, it just it's kind of a hard pill to swallow when you see something that is supposed to belong to our Black brothers and sisters. That's something that they worked hard for. And then I feel like, you know, other races is coming in. It's a thing like, why, in a sense, it's like, why are you here? It's just like, because mm-hmm. we not, if my memory serves me correctly, y'all didn't want us in y'all spaces, but now y'all trying to be in our spaces. So
But see, this is where I think that Black people are winning because if nothing else, we're going to educate you. So, for example, I work here at San Diego State University in the Black Resource Center. I'm also an advisor and a counselor for here. So, I am in the Black Resource Center. However, I am open to all students. Now, this is how I get students to get involved. Like sometimes they have to be in it to understand what we're doing. So, I'm gonna use this example. I can advise and counsel any student on campus.
mhm,
But where would they have to come to receive my services? They're going to have to come inside the Black Resource Center. I
yeah,
don't do Zooms. I don't do, oh, let's meet here. No, 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 no. You will come inside the Black space. So now, in turn, when we normally are out on campus, we feel like minorities on campus because it's 38,000 students there and we're under 4%. So we have you may be the only Black person in your class of 100 people. You're the only Black person. So now they get a chance to see what that feels like coming into a Black space. They're like, oh, wait, it's a little different. I feel a little uncomfortable, but we make them all feel comfortable when they come in here. Hey, this is the Black Resource Center. This is what we have to offer. This is what we do for our students here. Yeah, here's our advisor. Here's your counselor. You can come sit right here. She's ready to meet with you. So I meet with them in our space
do you
so
feel
they can get how that feels.
do you feel like there's there in a sense is still a disconnect when it comes to you talking to a one of your Black brothers and sisters versus talking to one of the white counterpart? I'm just trying to get some understanding because I feel as though there's some things that you could talk to your Black brothers and sisters about that they can relate versus the white ones can't. I think
Always.
I think that's kind
Always. Some things they will never feel, they will never understand, but that's why we do our part. Like people like myself, people like you with this platform, you bring them into these spaces so they can understand and hear and learn. That's
of
what we have to do is educate everybody. But I think Black people as a whole will never give the full recipe. I don't know nobody that does. I
yeah,
don't give the full recipe for any choreography. Even when I come and do camps, I'll come and give my stamp, but it's one thing that I can do that everybody else can't do. I
yeah,
will definitely show you how to do it. That's why there is a million chicken places, chicken wing places. There's a million types of bread in the grocery store, but there's only one what is it? Nature's Oat, Nature's Valley, or whatever the one is, the little brown one. That's the one we all like, the little honey wheat. It's only
yeah,
one of those. Nobody else makes it like that. And that's the one thing that Black people will do. We're going to say, I went to the Miles College, not just any Miles College. I went to the Miles College. People went to the Jackson State. I went from this. We're proud HBCUs alums. We're proud members of D9 organizations. So we're going to do that regardless. I don't think anybody is going to be able to take us. And honestly, let's be real. It's not enough of them that's interested in it, I believe, to
yeah.
invest in it and to take over what we've done. We're going to hold on to that. That's what we've done with the Majorette world. We slide a few in that really believe that they want to do it and they want to be a part of it. Because what's her name? Priscilla from Jackson State, amazing. She's a Latina. I mean, phenomenal. You got to give that girl her flowers, but she pays her that respect. She understood. She went through the trenches with those girls to cross and become a J-Set. So I don't feel like she should be denied that opportunity. I don't feel like anybody should be denied that opportunity. However, understand that you're going to put in that work and only the strong survive every time.
So there was a comment that says, as a member of the D9 with white frat brothers, I don't agree. We continue to allow people to enter into spaces that was created specifically for Black because we were
Mm.
not able to join their organizations, which started way before all of our organizations with Prince Hall.
That's correct, but I mean that's the whole. Honestly, that really goes back to MLK versus Malcolm X being so for real. Are we either gonna love on them and let them in, or we're gonna outcast them? So two wrongs don't make a right, in my opinion. I'm not saying that I would give anybody all of my secrets or give anybody what we've been through. You will earn it, and if you earn it and you deserve it, I feel like you can wear it. If you don't earn it, that's not for you.
Somebody said, I'm an old school soror, and this is not what Ethel Lyle Hedgman envisioned. I'm more than sure they can carry on. I'm glad I've segregated myself from my that time of my life. Somebody is also AKA Tanya Alicia. She's an AKA, and she said that she does not think that that's what Ethel Lyle Hedgman envisioned. Somebody else said, I don't see anything wrong with it. She ate honestly, and at their school they had, and at my school, we had one pledge Delta, and it's perfectly okay. People make everything about race nowadays, is what someone else said. I mean, so like I said, I can't.
Everybody's entitled to their own
Again,
opinion.
like I said, I couldn't hold my peace. I saw it; it was sent to me, and I was just like, "What is this?" Like, you know, and I do know there is people that are not of Black origin that does pledge. Somebody said, "Well, what if the child or what if the student is Black and white, mixed with Black and white? Are they still able? You know, do they depict?" And it's like they still have Black in them. So it's like we can't help what your mama and your daddy did, but if your mama Black or your daddy Black, then you know you still have Black, you know. But do you understand what comes with that? Because again, like I stated, it's cute and all wearing the letters, but when it's time down to get down to being an ally and supporting, where is your loyalty going to lie?
That part. That's where it matters. That's where it matters.
And that's why I feel like when y'all coming into this, like I said, I think, and it's my opinion. I have my opinion. I feel as though people come in to the Greek letter sorority and fraternity organizations because it's hot, because they get the Black Greek letters get more acknowledgement. We don't really see any white Greek organizations at all. We know they exist.
But that's because that's where you're at. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you in the South, like moving from the South to the West Coast, like it's 309,000 degree turn, like completely. I know it's more, I know it's only 360, but I'm just saying, like, it's that big of a turn, baby. We done turned 20 times. Okay. I was like, oh,
So it
like
was
I can go to the grocery store. I can be the only Black person in the entire Target at one time. That's how not Black it is out here. So I do see more of the white frats than I see D9. They throw the
now.
parties out here.
I'm gonna say this. I've seen a couple, and I wish I could find some videos. If y'all got some videos, inbox to me, because I have seen some white Greek letter organizations that have tried to mimic.
Oh yeah, with the straws and stuff.
See, that's how I'm like. That's what I'm like. What like? Do y'all feel like okay? That's like a. Oh, we're what is the word I'm looking for? Oh, what is the word I'm looking for? Do y'all see that as flattery, or do y'all? I mean, because if it's anybody that's not even a part of a Greek letter organization caught doing any of that, it's an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have white Greek letter organizations that don't even have their own sauce that sees what the Alpha's doing or see what the Kappas is doing. Oh, especially the Kappas. You don't see too many doing the Q stuff because Q's, you know, they gonna do nothing but hop around and stick their tongue out. But when it's coming to shimmying, you're gonna see some of the white counterparts trying to do the same thing as the Kappas. And I just like, so how when y'all see that, does that make y'all feel as something being taken from that's what I'm saying. It's in a way something is being taken from y'all.
Right. I feel that. Like I
Well,
feel
Lord,
that on a
Tracy,
spiritual
clown
level.
and blast him and move on.
Listen,
That's what
I
y'all do,
feel that
right?
on a spiritual level. When people try to stroll and they're not with us, I be like, woo. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's only one. It's only one of us. You can't. You could try all you want to, but I know you seen them videos. They ain't doing nobody no justice. I ain't seen not one group. That's why
Not
they have switched.
one.
I don't know if you've seen the sororities now. They do like little 60-second choreography pieces in front of their Greek letter house. Like now they coming out doing like that's what they have decided to do now. You have to watch those videos. But I mean, you just kind of look at them, they know what it is, and you
That's
keep it
just
moving.
like
But you
Ohio State. Like Ohio State, y'all seen that video going viral where Ohio State was up there playing Cuffing It and then try to put some sauce on it, and some of the band members put their instruments down. I was like,
you know, like I said, we have to hold ourselves to the standard, Jasmine.
what?
We gotta hold ourselves to the standard. Because if we don't set the standard, it's just gonna crumble. So, like my good sis said, we clown them, blast them, and then we move on. Because that's it.
They say
Because now
often,
we definitely going crazy in the group chat. Going crazy in the group chat
hey,
now. We are going crazy. But
often
that's it.
imitated but never duplicated. That's what you got to know. Y'all can imitate all y'all want to, but y'all can never duplicate an AKA. You got to, honey. You got to know what you know. So, but Brianna, I appreciate you coming on, baby. Until I'm gonna get up off this thing, but I appreciate you coming on.
Thank
As
you,
always, it's a
sister.
pleasure. Thank you, baby. I'll talk to you soon. All right, y'all. So yeah. So
It's a serious matter.
it's a serious matter, y'all. I love all my D9s. Shout out to all the D9 Greek letter organization. Shout out to all my AKAs that was on the live. Y'all know I love y'all with a real big heart. So that has been another episode of the Majorette Tea. Y'all keep it cute, keep it tight, and keep it right. We'll see y'all next time on another episode of Majorette Tea.
T stands for teaching, E stands for educating, and A stands for bringing awareness. And that's exactly what we are doing. Somebody put me in B flat because I feel like I'm about to go there.